I play Jaylah, and she's a survivor who's been living on a planet on her own, by herself. There's other survivors there as well, and kind of had to get by and learn her own ways, how to, get by and survive, basically. Well, I was in LA and it came as an audition for my agent, and I just went, showed up, and then it went well, and then I had a callback. Went to the callback, and that day I got the job. I was really happy and delighted. I did not grow up watching Star Trek. That was not something that my family watched either. I just remember, like I said, in the 50-50, that my grandparents used to be on in the house at my grandparents' house, and I just remember being a very obscure sort of dark sci-fi that was a bit spooky to me at the time, but I never really watched it. But I watched the new franchise, and I thought they were really entertaining and fun to watch. Yeah, I did. I watched the preview, like the last franchise before, and the one before, the first franchise actually, and a little bit of the TV show, not all of it because it was a lot. And yeah, I did go. Of course, I wanted to have a sense of where it started, how it began, and the mood and the feel of it. Not that everything has to be repeated afterwards or was at all. I think they take risks, don't they? And I think they're worldly, and that's really good, isn't it? Especially in nowadays.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
back then, but again, I mean, it still really works, and we still notice. It'll be good when we don't notice anymore, when it's normal. I think we need that, and the response that it creates tells us how much it's needed. I'm proud of it, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. Yeah, it is intimidating because they are on it, and but at the same time, I was given a character that was created from scratch that you've never seen before. So in that sense, I had a bit of freedom, and I was lucky that way. So I didn't have the responsibility of taking on board a character that's been on for ages, which would have been something else that would have been really nervous, I think. But it was exciting at the same time. I just wanted to do my best, and have fun with it, and if it translates good, and then yeah, I going there, I knew they've done all these films together and that they probably had tight bonds. I wondered how where my place was going to be, of course, but it took 2 seconds for us to be close, and it remains. It's really incredible how tight we became. I've actually never experienced that to that extent, and they're all so lovely, and sometimes I wonder because it seems we were such a family during the movie, and it was just great. I think because we were all in a place where none of us lived, as opposed to the first one, a lot of them lived in LA. This time, so almost in a way we didn't have choice but to hang out with each other. I don't know. I had a great time. I'm really grateful to know them. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Um, I don't know.
Well, what did you like about Jaylah on the page then?
I was happy to be working. That I really liked. And then it's Star Trek. And why, there is nothing that was against doing it, and everything was to be done. I've never done prosthetic before. Creatively, this is massive to me. And just taking on board a strong female character, which is something that I look forward to every time I go into a casting room, and I feel very lucky so far to have been given characters that are quite strong, to be honest, thus far. And but yeah, it was fun. I mean, my character is quite isolated, and then join and become part of the family. And I want to say I don't know, I know, but it's just like then us, it would become the same thing. I came there and I got there on my own in Vancouver, and then it became a family pretty quickly. So she basically put, because she was on the Franklin on her own for a while, I think she put together bits and pieces to create her outfit, and how helpful it is. The stick, she put it from bits and pieces of the ship, and she's a survivor. So she had to create it in order to survive on that planet, to defend herself against the other guys, like in that scene. But she wouldn't kill them. She just need to survive. Absolutely. And also the prosthetic as well. Create that. I didn't feel like Jaylah until I had the prosthetic fully on. and the costume, of course. I asked the costume designer to give me a heel in the shoe that had kind of a noise also to it, and it gave me that height with that wooden heel would make a whole difference for me. Yeah. He was very, he was very given. He had, an idea in his mind. He's very passionate about the Star Trek for personal reasons, and very much on it. But we discussed, and he asked me questions, and I was able to tell him what I thought. And I'm a young actress as well, and he welcomed everything that I said, and we tried things, and we were able to discuss. And then he brought, I think, to the movie a lot of. I haven't seen the film yet, but I certainly can tell that he knows what he's doing with the camera, and action-wise, he's on it as well, and story-wise, what Simon wrote is great, and so I hope I haven't seen the movie yet, so.
Did you know that Michael Fassbender attended the Drama Centre London but dropped out? And one of his classmates at the time was Tom Hardy, and Hardy stated that Fassbender was the best actor in the school. Wow. Who do you prefer as an actor, Fassbender or Hardy? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to click here for more cool videos. See you soon!